Oh, well, hello and welcome everybody. Randy Replay, working lunch Randy Replay, back at it again. Minnesota Vikings football is on the air, online, all across the SSN. The Minnesota Vikings welcome in the 4-4 Kansas City Chiefs, and this game has more layers to it than a ogre-sized onion. The team, that being the Kansas City Chiefs, traded for the quarterback that Minnesota Vikings drafted in this season's draft. Anthony Richardson played just a handful of snaps. Excuse me. Must have been this bad soda. Handful of snaps in the preseason. He has now departed to Kansas City. What did we get back? Well, if you've been paying attention, we got Patrick Mahomes, former KC quarterback. So there you go. The storyline is thick. Never mind. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the injury report like we always do. Should be very painful for Minnesota Vikings fans. TJ the Hawk Hawkinson out for 3 more weeks with that ab tear suffered last week. We do get Danielle Hunter back for a big game here. And then, of course, rookie Jaquelin Roy has that knee cartilage tear still sidelining him for 2 weeks. So we'll get him back on the other side of this homestand. 5 games. Homestand wraps up next week. But don't blink your eye. We're going to be back here in week 12 against the Baltimore Ravens. So, yeah, a couple home games split up by an away game in Las Vegas. Like we mentioned, this will be a truncated broadcast with everything that the NFL wants to do with these big games. So, Minnesota Vikings football kickoff is next. Hello and welcome everybody. In a weird truncated fashion, Randy Replay and some of the employees here at the SSN messing up. But that is okay. That is the nature of the game. That's the name of the beast. That is what we do here. Kickoff, as pre-mentioned by Randy Replay, about ready to happen. Mr. Butker with his left hand raised. Yeah, fire everybody that messed up that little introduction. And in a weird twist of fate, the Minnesota Vikings are wearing their throwback away jerseys as they have won the toss and finally have elected to receive. So the Chiefs come in here going against their old quarterback. They say, not today, dude. You're going to wear your away jerseys. Patrick Mahomes, first down, throws left side for Dalvin, steps away from a couple hits, takes, and there's the first fumble of the day. Not able to get rid of the third big hit by Ultralight, and the fumble goes through, and Dalvin will now have has his second on the season. So Vikings fans, you recognize this quarterback. It's Anthony Richardson. His first carry will go to... Oh, geez. Randy Replay's scouting ability, not the best. Either way, there you go. A run up the left, loss of 2. That's a rarity here this season. Big throw, right side, caught. And if you are Javon Holland, I don't know how you play that any better. Anthony Richardson to Washington for 20 yards right side. And that'll be the first down for the Chiefs. Right there, just didn't quite close the gap enough. Jonathan Walker is the name I'm being told. And there's the QB keeper, something that Minnesota needs to mind their P's and Q's about. Anthony Richardson, 4th leading rusher of the football in the NFL. Now, they called the blitz, but it just didn't get there. Either way, see what we can do here. Richardson from the gun, Walker to his right. It is a give to Walker. Big hit put on by Jordan Hicks, and oh wow, kind of a weird a weird little tie up there. Either way, does not go for anything. Minnesota's run defense today, absolutely stellar. 2 rushes by Walker, no yards gained. So Richardson from the gun. The snap is corralled, looking, flushed. Richardson has to throw it away. Brian Asamoah giving chase. Great coverage down the field by this defensive backs and linebacking core, and now Minnesota forces a 3rd and goal against their former quarterback. So the 3-4 defense paying dividends here today. Richardson in the pistol, snap is corralled, looking. Richardson, down, it is intercepted. Danielle Hunter. Oh my gosh, he got hung up on Bradbury. Interception on a out of sack throw, and it's turnover city here in Minneapolis. Might have popped out, it did not. That will hold Kansas City to a 3-point opportunity. Right hash. Butker in for a field goal. The snap spot kick. It is good. So Kansas City will strike first here in Minneapolis. A good one. And he's able to bounce back from adversity. Mahomes under center. Looks and throws. Dangerous throw, and it's picked off for JJ left side. And not able to bounce back there. Another interception for Mahomes. We'll do it again. So here we are. I formation, Walker in the backfield. The snap is corralled. Let's give to Walker. Javon Holland missed the tackle, and Walker's in. Javon Holland shot the gap, untouched, missed the tackle, and Walker is in. Oh my heavens, not the start you want to see. Just went off to the right or the left a little bit too much. And Butker for the point after, 10-0 Chiefs. Split back shotgun for Richardson, man in motion. Is Walker, throws left side, diving interception, Trayvon Diggs, and what the kids would call a 20% user. And Trayvon Diggs, good for one of these a game, puts him back in second place. Having some struggles today is Randy Replay. Mahomes from the gun. Snap is corralled, pump fake, throw middle. And Njigba didn't even try. To get that ball. He let it go right by him, and it's another pick. And there's a run. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Chiefs. You hate to see it. Well, that's how it goes here in the NFL. 17-0 pending the kick. The snap spot kick almost blocked by the aging Patrick Peterson. And the kick is good. 17-0 now. Mahomes from the gun. High snap corral. Not going to give enough time for Dalvin, although he has blocking. Dalvin right side, and he's loose. Bad angles taken by the Chiefs, and Dalvin Cook. Longest run of the season for Minnesota. That will be a touchdown, Dalvin. You hear the Baru coming across. Big run. 85 total distance. That'll be a 75-yard touchdown run. Greg Joseph to give some life to this Vikings team. Kick is away. It is good. Don't call it a comeback. It's only 17-7. Showing blitz are the Vikings. Snap is corralled. Richardson takes his drop. Throws deep. And it is caught for a touchdown. DK Metcalf burning Jalen Johnson. Oh boy. 77-yard bomb. And the Chiefs cutting down any sort of momentum the Vikings may or may not have had after that last drive. Kick is away. It is good. 24-7. Bring him down or block the sack. Mahomes throws left, caught by Ward, and Ward will bring it all the way back for 6. 4 first quarter picks by Mahomes, and this thing is just about over before it even began. Just to make it 31-7. Kick is away is good. Now attempt a 51-yarder middle of the field. Of course, no wind. We are indoors here this afternoon. Snap spot kick is away. Sneaks into the left side. 31-10, so you got something to cheer about, at least for a little bit. So Richardson, single back set. Gets the snap, looks over his options, dropping back 23 steps, throwing it, and it is picked off. Eric, it's not. It's not picked off. Eric Kendricks will get it out of bounds, and Minnesota has to do it again defensively. The single back set for Richardson again. Looks like he's going with the same play. Roll out, throws. And it's a touchdown amongst bodies, and Lewisine will give up the coverage to DK Metcalf, his second of the game. And, oh boy. There's the snap spot kick to make it 38-10. Kick is away, it's good. Gain of 15. And a first down for the Chefs. Richardson looking, throwing middle. Caught, touchdown. Washington again. Kansas City goes up by even more. Richardson from the gun up 35 on the Vikings. Turns, gives to Walker. It is a pick. It is Tyson Campbell. In his second game in purple, he will get an interception. From what it appears like, Mahomes will run him down, though, and he will be down near the 16-yard line. So, not Tyson. It doesn't matter. Tyson Campbell, that's what we're going to call him. The Beefy Stew gets the pick for you. Mahomes from the gun. Turns, gives it to Dalvin up the middle. Dalvin sheds the big hit, gets up to the 6. And Dalvin Cook now cooking here in this game. Mahomes will stay in the shotgun stance. Dalvin to his left, gets it up the middle. 1 yard for Dalvin. And now Minnesota is second and goal from the 5. These possessions have not treated the Vikings with very much respect here today. Mahomes clapping his hands for the ball, gets the snap. Throws middle, caught in Jigba, going for his second touchdown in the NFL. And this should bring us down to the 2-minute warning. Not going to get it, so third and goal when we come back, other side of the break. So 2 minutes left in the half. Minnesota after the big pick. Mahomes throws it middle, caught Jelani Woods, his first touchdown in purple, in for the injured TJ Hawkinson. And Minnesota now, just to make it a little bit more interesting on paper, 45-17 gone on here today that I wouldn't be surprised if a pig flew through the doors of US Bank Stadium. Richardson throws wide open, picked off Jalen Johnson. So Jalen Johnson will get a pick, and it's a pick fest here in Minnesota, both on sides of the Kansas City Chiefs and on the side of the Minnesota Vikings. So boy, that will stop the momentum here. Greg Joseph, middle of the field, 55-yarder. Kick is away. It's good. So 45-20. He's here. Kind of an interesting take on Dorothy. Mahomes, empty set, shotgun, gets the snap, throws. Caught by Mo Ibrahim for the touchdown. And Mo Ibrahim sent out slot left. They used JJ as a pick. He'll take a bow. And this to make it 45-27. Minnesota. Kick is away. It is good. Absolutely tearing up the Vikings secondary. Richardson from the gun. Snap corral. Weird formations taking part. It is a catch. Down the middle. Jalen Johnson, no match. Oh, boy. Williams again. Down the middle of the field. Touchdown. Minnesota caught in a weird defense, throws. And Jordan Hicks lets it go right over his head. Randy called it. Minnesota got caught in transition. Washington with a touchdown right over Jordan Hicks's head. I mean, Hicks, you could have had a pick here, but he just literally watches the ball go over his head. And the Minnesota Vikings season is going pear-shaped. Pending any weirdness, will fall to 6-2 as the kick is away, 52-27. A guy, and apparently, just like WWE refs, you breathe on him and they go down. Mahomes from the gun. Snap is corralled. Throws. Jackson Smith and Jigba left side. Mahomes from the gun. Quick snap. Looking. Throwing left side for Njigba. Njigba, room to run. Hit out of bounds. Should draw the foul. Taron Johnson on the penalty. And Minnesota Vikings are saying, you're going to use some plays, we're going to do it too. So now what do you do? Minnesota, some wiggle room here. Mahomes from the gun, snap is corralled, throw middle, caught Dalvin. The whole entire middle of the field was watching Adam Thielen cross, and he went to Dalvin. So a first down, 2 receptions, 21 yards for Dalvin. Mahomes from the gun. Tries to get him to jump, not going to work. Turns, gives Dalvin. Dalvin, room closed very, very quickly. No gainer. And we go back to the proverbial drawing board. Second and goal. So second and goal, Mahomes. Snap corralled. Looking, options. Just going to throw it away. Third and goal now. So third and goal here. JJ, left side. Quick throw. Caught JJ. Touchdown, Vikings. And he's not going to do it gritty. He's going to wash his hands. He said, I'm done with this. So no gritty in the Twin Cities for JJ. He's switching it up on us. But that will be, as the kick is good, 52-34. Vikings down big, but coming back. And that'll be the first touchdown JJ has scored in his NFL career that he doesn't do it gritty. And the streak of a game with a touchdown will continue to grow as Greg Joseph not used to all these run backs. So they will take over from the 25, so his decision to take it out, not going to hurt the team, not going to help either. If anything, you get some special teams yardage. And now Minnesota, you got a mountain to climb here. Very doable. We've seen weirder things in the NFL, especially this season. Richardson throws. And it's picked! Jalen Johnson, his second of the game. On what the kids would call a 3% user. Full chance raining down from the heavens and in. The Vikings fan line. Empty setback shotgun. Throws, and it's picked. Mahomes off the mark by just a little bit, and that will be another turnover for these Vikings. I formation. Harrison Phillips untouched with the sack, and DJ Wanham will go down. So for all the good there is bad, DJ Wanham will go down. Oh boy. And Patrick Jones has gone down, so that will bring in, I do believe, a safety to play linebacker. There's Richardson again, running, throwing. And Tyus Campbell not able to catch up to Washington. And that'll bring in Kenny Wilkes. The QB run game here, second half. Richardson from this weird pistol formation. Gets the snap, throws it, and the defender stopped. Tyus Campbell stopped, giving way for Marquise Brown for the touchdown. Okay, you love to see it. Tyus Campbell, whether it maybe stubbed his toe on the turf, or what the kids call a failed click on. Retract his statement. Harrison Phillips, fumble, get that ball. He will be touched down by Andre Carter, but Harrison Phillips with his second sack untouched in the last 10 minutes of playtime. And Harrison Phillips is turning into a monster on Danielle Hunter's return game. Oh boy. Big throw, middle, and it's picked. Oh my heavens. And that's Javon Holland. So Holland makes up for his earlier mistake. Second and 4 for Minnesota. Mahomes, gun. Quick throw, caught in Jigba with authority. Big hit avoided. There is a flag. There is a flag. So for now it's in Jigba. Big gainer will check it. And it's against Adam Thielen. 150 yards in this one. Mahomes, empty set. Snap corralled. Throw looks like it's middle. Caught JJ. Njigba with the block to spring JJ for the first down. Other side of the 50 down to the 41. There's the point. Short-lived point. Mahomes. Empty set. Throw left. Caught JJ. And they're just playing this back. Sit back. Let the offense get some quick throws off defense here for the Chiefs. And the Minnesota Vikings are taking advantage of whatever they can get. As Dalvin Cook right side. First down obtained. Minnesota will go no huddle. And this blitz off the left side is getting to Mahomes. It's just a little late. There's Dalvin. Bobbing and weaving in between tackles. 9 yards. 195 for Dalvin. Oh, 3rd and 1 for Minnesota. It is a play action. Back corner of the end zone, and it's picked. Sauce Gardner again, his second of the quarter. And there you have it. So the good drive cut short by an interception. And there's no way that Mahomes, he's really struggling throwing it over defenders, not only this game, but this season. And it is a pick. Jalen Johnson with his third of the contest on what the kids would call a 50% U-turn. Valor in protecting it and ascending to the next level. Mahomes gets the snap, throws, caught JJ's second gritty, averted by the defense. Mahomes will go no huddle. So Mahomes no huddle from the gun. Snap corralled. Quick throw, caught in Njigba. What? No touchdown? So reviewed and called no touchdown on the field. High formation. Mahomes gets it in himself. So Mahomes will score, calls his team over, and they do the bow. Oh my goodness. So Njigba robbed of his third NFL touchdown. He was in. The Minnesota down only 18 now. Oh boy. Still a 2-score, 3-score, 4-score more game, but my heavens. Minnesota has made it interesting on paper, and now getting Dalvin and JJ and Mahomes back to their normal stat line after, oh boy, the speedy turf. The speedy turf seemingly turning on the Jets. And he pitches back. What? So after the weird, I don't know what that was. Minnesota couldn't get the ball. Richardson from the 6. They're just toying with their food here. Are the Chiefs toying with their food? Big run Walker. He gets in. The kick is away. It's good. Minnesota now sends out punter Ryan Wright. Runs into the punter. We're going to get the ball back. So Ryan Wright was run into. Minnesota will get the ball back and get another shot at a long ball comeback. Up CJ Ham, just not before he gets the first. Mahomes, gun, snap. You all know it. Throws it up for Colin Johnson. Waves goodbye to the competition. And Colin Johnson down the right side of the field. First touchdown in purple this season. Coming off the practice squad. And Mahomes. And that has to be what the kids would call a click-on issue. This to make it 66-48. Kick is away. It's good. So 3rd and 7 Minnesota. What do you do? Defensively, we'll figure it out. Richardson looking. Richardson flushed, running for his life, throwing it, and it's picked off Jordan Hicks. Richardson picked off by Jordan Hicks. He'll bring it down to the 19. And Minnesota having some defensive success off of a rookie quarterback who is struggling, whether it be in this game or this season. Mahomes now in the proverbial. Snap corralled. Looks. Continues to look. Throws it. Oh, JJ almost had it. Yep, they're going for it here. Minnesota keeping the offense out there. Mahomes from the gun. Snap is corralled. Looking. Throws middle. Caught Jelani Woods. Not enough. Oh, no. In this one. So here we go. DJ Wanda back out there after getting injured. Richardson from the gun. The snap is corralled. Richardson dropping back seemingly a country mile, throwing incomplete. Nobody's coming back for that one. A 584, 5 touchdowns, 10 picks for Richardson in this game. I do believe that will be 17 picks between the two quarterbacks alone. And now the big chungus, Dan Dangus. Back to punt. It is a fake. You should have watched the fake, Vikings. And he'll pick it up. It'll be 3rd and 10. 2:06 left to play. Minnesota press coverage across the board. Richardson from the gun. Washington with a little shake of his hips. And Brian Asamoah! Another sack today. And Asamoah, what a season. Big loss, 26 yards. And let's see you go for a fake this time, Chiefs. Caleb Evans in fake punt formation. The big chungus, Dan Dangus, and just right as we're about to say it, big karma coming across the board, and there you have it. So after the gain of 6, Minnesota calling something else defensively. Richardson from the pistol. And it's going to be a wildcat formation. Big double reversal. It is the wild. Oh my goodness. Javon Holland dropped another pick, and Jordan Hicks will go down. And Minnesota not even playing a punt formation. And there is another fake. Daniil Hunter with the hit. And it'll be Trayvon Diggs with his NFL leading 14th pick of the season on the 3rd. Count it, 3rd fake punt. And dislocated knee for Jordan Hicks. Oh no, Owen Papa will come into play for the injured Hicks, but my goodness, you hate to see that. We'll give him some claps. And up 3 scores. Another fake punt comes down the pipe for the Chiefs. Mahomes throws right side, caught Thielen. Will get out of bounds. First down, Adam Thielen. Mahomes from the gun. Throws it for the end zone. Picked. Oh, no. This off-brand of defense. Richardson from the shotgun. Snap is corralled. Richardson moving. Richardson taken down. It's picked off Jalen Johnson. His 4th of the game. This one goes for 6. And Jalen Johnson will make this thing. How did Richardson get that ball away? Andre Carter was all over Richardson. I mean, this will be an 11-point game. And it looked really, really bad coming down the pipe, but Minnesota makes it look better on paper. And we're going to get you ready for everything post-game next week against the Cowboys. And figure out who is going to be missing, who's going to be in, and what the heck is just going to happen with the second half of this season for Minnesota. So Richardson finally going to take a knee, and we can count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, L. So the Chiefs come in here. They're on a hot streak. Get their 4th win in a row. Minnesota will lose 2 out of the last 3. And your score is 66-55. It really doesn't look that good on the field, but for all intents and purposes, they make it interesting coming down the stretch. So we'll get you ready for everything post-game Vikings football in terms of stats. And then some players are talking on the field. Looks like we got a couple groups. And for the Vikings fans, they are still packed in here. They are faithful to their team, even in the face of defeat here. So a couple of weird plays in this game. Fake punts aplenty. We'll get you these stats and get you back to the main screen. For Patrick Mahomes, 58.0 QB rating. He was 35 of 62. That is 56% completion percentage. For those of you that do not know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 402 yards, pretty good day, on par with what he's done this season. 4 touchdowns, 8 picks. Oh boy. So his worst statistical game in purple this season. For Dalvin Cook, just like the rest of the year. 24 carries, 201, and a touchdown. Also had a fumble early in the game. Quickly put that behind him and outturned one of the better performances of the season in this one. Patrick Mahomes 1 for 1 on the QB sneak with a touchdown. Also had a fumble. CJ Ham 1 for 0. JJ 1 for -1. In Jigba 1 for 1, and Adam Thielen 1 for 1, all on those pesky end arounds. In the receiving game, JJ keeping on par. He was kept in check in terms of yardage, but he does get double-digit catches, 11 for 126 and a touchdown. Dalvin Cook 7 for 41. Smith and Jigba now thrusted into a starting role. 6 catches, 46 yards. Adam Thielen, the veteran, held in check 4 for 57. Colin Johnson got loose there in the second half. 3 catches, 76 yards and a touchdown. Jelani Woods 2 for 10 and a touch. Mo Ibrahim 1 for 13 and a touch. His second touchdown in his young career. We do have to talk about Smith and Jigba. He was robbed of a touchdown. His whole body and the ball were in the end zone there in the fourth quarter late, and it didn't count. It was reviewed by New York. It was reviewed by local officials. It did not account. It did not count. And the league just has to do a better job of grasping what a touchdown is, because that is not the first time it has happened this season. So a couple end zone related issues there. I mean, it would have made the game a little bit closer. I don't think it would have changed the outcome, but my goodness, you got to feel for the young wide receiver out of Ohio State. And then Josh Oliver, 1 catch, 33 yards coming in because TJ the Hawk Hawkinson is out. Nobody cares about blocking. Going to go to defense, look at total tackles, and it's Javon Holland and Eric Kendricks. Now with 85 tackles on his return season, that being Eric Kendricks. Javon Holland had 12. Eric Kendricks, NFL's comeback player of the year in Randy's eyes, 10. Lewis Seen with 9. Tyson Campbell. We've been calling him Tyrus. We've called him Tyson. We've called him all sorts of names, but it's officially Tyson Campbell. Chicken noodle soup. Coming in with 8. Brian Asamoah, who has been so good, going to get more playing time with Jordan Hicks going down with that dislocated knee. Oh boy. And struggling defense gets a little bit more thin at that linebacker position. Him and Jordan Hicks had 7. Daniil Hunter with 6. Jalen Johnson, Harrison Phillips with 6. DJ Wanham with 5. Jalen Naylor apparently with 4. Patrick Peterson, Edrin Cooper, who came in a little bit there in the fourth quarter. Same with Kenny Wilkes. Josh Oliver, Andre Carter with 3. JJ Bynum, Wilkes, Papo, who came in late in the fourth quarter. Bradbury, Diggs, and Caleb Evans each with 2. The tackles for loss, we had a bunch. Brian Asamoah with 3. Javon Holland with 2. Wilkes, Campbell, Carter, Phillips, Hicks with 1. Sacks, Harrison Phillips got back there twice, almost causing a fumble. And then Brian Asamoah with that big, one more time, big 16-yard loss there in the fourth quarter. Interceptions, the Minnesota Vikings had 10 today. 4 by Jalen Johnson. 3 by Trayvon Diggs, extending the league lead, of course, depending on what the Ravens do this afternoon. As of right now, he is the league leading interceptions holder. I do believe at 14. Daniil Hunter, Javon Holland, Eric Kendricks, Jordan Hicks, and Tyson Campbell, his first pick in purple. Pass deflections, there were a ton. 4 by Javon Holland, Jalen Johnson, and Jordan Hicks, each with 1. Jordan Hicks, what hell of a stat line there for Jordan Hicks. Forced fumbles, 1 by Harrison Phillips, not scooped up by a member of the Minnesota Vikings. No blocks, no safeties, and 1 defensive touchdown That being the pick 6 by Jalen Johnson. Kicking game for Greg Joseph. 2 for 2. Longest 53, 7 for 7 on extra points. Ryan Wright only called upon 5 times. 214 punt yards, netting 185. And none of them going inside the 20. If we want to mention, no touchbacks either for Greg Joseph. So a rarity here this afternoon. Kick returns, Tyler Harrell, just 1 kick return, 12 yards, longest of 12. Punt returns, 2 for 9, longest of 5. The preceding presentation, albeit a close game near the end, was a presentation of the NFL on the SSN. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or reusage of said broadcast is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, or any of its subsidiaries. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a minute. And hello and welcome back to the main screen. Before we preview Dallas, Minnesota had 2 injuries that'll keep some players out for a certain amount of times. And we're going to take a look at them together here. 2 new injuries for the Vikings today. Jordan Hicks with that dislocated knee out 4 weeks. Oh boy. And then the other linebacker that went down, Patrick Jones, out 2 weeks with broken ribs. So the defense just getting throttled by injuries here today. TJ the Hawk Hawkinson still out 3 weeks with that ab tear, and then Jaquelin Roy 2 weeks with a knee cartilage. So, oh boy, the big one, Jordan Hicks in the middle. Owen Papo will now be elevated to a starting role, the rookie. Rookie getting thrown into the fire, as it were. And hello and welcome back to the main screen finally. The 4-4 Dallas Cowboys come in here to US Bank Stadium, where this 5-game homestand will wrap up before we take it to the road again. But don't worry, we'll be back just 1 week in Las Vegas. The team will be back for 2 against the Ravens and those Motor City Kitties in the kitty litter box that is Ford Field from Detroit. After that, if you want to buy tickets to games, you're going to have to wait. The team has now had 7 of the last 8 games played at home after the Detroit game, and then we'll have multiple ones on the road. So these home games, you need wins. Minnesota takes care of business here against Dallas. We walk away with 4 out of 5 on this homestand. Not bad at all. We do have some weekly awards to report. Former Minnesota Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins will net the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. 46 of 61, 703, 7 touch, 2 pick. 1 rushing touchdown for number 8. I do believe he wears number 4 over there, but number 8 in all of our hearts. Jalen Johnson, 6 tackles, 4 picks, 1 touchdown, pick 6, however you want to call it, on the 25% user. And then, of course, Gritty Gang member number 2, soon to be number 1 if JJ doesn't produce. 15 catches, 473 touchdowns. Jamar Chase, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, 2nd week in a row. And, of course, Byron Murphy Jr. You see it again. 2nd week in a row. 10 tackles, 3 picks, 1 forced fumble, 3 touchdowns defensively. My heavens. So there you go. Minnesota takes the L. It looked worse coming down the stretch, but they make it look like it was a competitive game, at least on paper. And they welcome in the, I'm not going to say more beatable, but Sunday Night Football will play host to the Dallas Cowboys. 4-4 coming in to US Bank Stadium next. We see you. The Packers won, so 1 game of separation in the division now. And, oh boy, and then you got the Lions 1 game back and the Bears 2 games back from the Packers. So it's still anybody's division. Minnesota, hopefully, not going to have to play from behind coming down the stretch here the last 3 weeks of the season. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in the next one.